now entering the locomotive repair shop area. This is where all the maintenance and major repair work is done on our engines and passenger cars. These buildings are replacements for the original shops that were destroyed by fire in 1972. The shop has all the tools that our skilled mechanics need to keep our antique engines running. Up ahead on the right, we have shay number 11. On the left, we have shay number 5, shay number 4, and climax. 1928 by the Lima Locomotive Works. It's a Pacific Coast type, which is a more modern version of the shay. It operated on Vancouver Island in British Columbia. Was built to burn wood. Was later converted to burn oil. When it came to cast, we converted it again to our West Virginia coal, like the other locomotives in our fleet. The cars that you're riding in today were at one time logging flat cars that were used by various logging operations here in the state of West Virginia to carry logs down off the mountains to the sawmills. Offered a natural pathway for the builders of the railroad to follow when they were constructing track up over the mountain in the early 1900s. The headwaters of the stream is just a short distance below Bald Knob. It flows 8 miles down the side of the mountain to reach Greenbrier River and Cass. It falls a greater distance in elevation than the Mississippi River does in all the 1,200 miles it flows. Up the mountain, we're traveling through some hardwood forests that are made up of maple, oak, beech, birch, cherry, mountain ash, and other species. Red spruce trees once grew abundantly up on the mountain above Whitaker, and it was the red spruce that the loggers came up here to get. 8% grade. This means that the track will be going up 9 feet for every 100 feet it travels forward. This is considered very steep for any railroad, which is the type of job that our geared logging locomotives were built for. Our engineer today is Kenny, and our fireman is Justin. The firemen be working especially hard in this stretch, trying to keep steam up. More modern steam engines might have an automatic stoker that feeds the coal into the firebox. But we like to do things the old-fashioned way. A coal-powered steam locomotive will consume about 3/4 of a ton to about 4 tons of coal in this excursion to Bald Knob and back. Justin will have to shovel all that coal by itself. Look out towards the field. In the distance, you'll see 3 mountain bridges. The mountain furthest to the right is Bald Knob. Bald Knob has an elevation of 4,842 feet. That is our destination for today. Third mountain peak to the right. This overlook, you'll see both broadleaf trees and evergreen trees growing on the mountainside. The evergreen trees that grow up here are called red spruce. The This northerly species is the reason the lumbermen first became interested in cheap mountain. The wood is light, soft, and close-grained. This made it ideally suited to the types of paper-making processes that were used in the early 20th century. Listen for the whistle on the engine. You'll know that it's time to get back on board. We'd appreciate if you would do so as quickly and safely as possible in order to stay on schedule.
Lily. Coffee. Hi.
The locomotive take on water. This tank was originally constructed by the C&O Railroad, was rebuilt by the park in 2005, using the original plans and much of the original frame.